Alrighty, here we are, driving around, looking for trouble. And we've found it. Not that guy, but that guy. And it takes a while to get accustomed to driving the vehicles. It doesn't feel like a driving game, and it just certainly does not feel like your normal operation of your characters in the game. The strangest thing is there is no reverse gear. You cannot go backwards. If you push down on the left stick, you're going whichever way your vehicle is pointed. And that is definitely the most confusing thing about operating this. So you may find it, other than it being quick and driving in straight lines, how long it takes to turn it around. Turn around, turn around. You may find it's just easier to keep it in the robot form, even though it's a lot slower. Alright, so I'm going to click left stick, we'll turn back into our robots. And the robots do jump really high. It's great. You like I do to jump across the rocks and hop, 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 hop all around. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in here. I'm going to push the Y button just like, or excuse me, X, to change between the sword or the sniper rifle, your sidearms. On the Y, on the Nintendo 2DS, 3DS, Y is at the top and X is at the left. And when they switched it on the Wii U gamepad, it is just forever a nightmare. I would just rather it be north or west. Just name it in the cardinal directions. Alright. So, sword or sniper rifle, I'll just hit A. So now we're in combat. It's just like normal combat. We're just on the auto weapons. These are just like the arts. And you'll see it says 50 fuel. That's how much it costs. Now the Skell fuel is towards the middle right of the screen. Anytime you're using the robot, either you're fighting with it or just driving it around, I think, or walking around, all that will keep going down. But it'll always refuel automatically, or you can get certain items to refuel it. So if you're far away from the enemy, just like regularly, you can't use your melee against them. So I'm going to use plasma cannon. So she's like move in and do some damage. We're going to move in. So right now, my robot's been damaged. It does not have its arm. That's why I can't use my sword. I have it such on a sword and he's not attacking. It's because the sword was on that side. So keep that in mind as you're going through, that your robots can be damaged. So now the arm has returned. So I can just push X to cycle between the two. I'm assuming there's like a visual indicator of what you have selected. Yeah, it's so hard to see the camera back. Anyway. Anyways. That's pretty much the basics of the robot. If you read in the game manual, the e-manual, it has a whole section about the robots. And in general, regarding the manual, I've given a brief overview when I first was playing this game, but it was so much information. It's just such a complex game. I would just read for a while and then think like, okay, I just need to experience the game instead. And then the next day I'd start reading it again and I'd be like, oh, okay, that's what that was, or this relates to this, or I've seen something like that. And then I'd play the game and just keep going back and forth between the manual and the gameplay. And that's helped me, but there's still, certain particular things that I don't know about the game. So here you have management and gear, battle, insurance, and purchasing. Now, now if your robot gets totally destroyed and you don't have insurance, I think you lose it. So there's a lot losing appendages, which happened to my robot. So they're automatically fixed as soon as the battle ends. So if its health drops to 0, it will be destroyed. So if you get a perfect on the press B prompt, timing action event, you do not have to pay or use your insurance. If you get good, the insurance will pay for it. I'm assuming it'll drop down, and if you fail it, the insurance will be used for repairs. Now, I think when I was looking through the menus of purchasing the Skells, so that's good for a party member. They just automatically will get fixed automatically. Oh, there's the insurance. So I thought it was very interesting that you have to have insurance on your robots. And it's like having insurance on your vehicle or property in real life. And your salvage fees is very interesting to see that in this game. But, okay, now we know. The thing that your companions' robots will essentially never break down and you'll never have to pay for them. You may find a useful strategy in giving your companions the robots and you yourself not having a robot for, say, maybe certain battles, but that's just a thought if you didn't want to have to do the insurance and worried about paying for it and all of those aspects of the game. But ultimately, the game was made to be played with the robots, so it should be just fine. Alright, so I'm going to go back to the barracks. Quick travel. And I'm going to return to my robot. Finger. So Y button, it says reset registration. I'm going to push Y. Confirm. Now anyone can have it. Here, A. Register it to my character. Register. And there we go. And I would suggest just at the first opportunity that you get with the default robot, just save the game, then go into your party and just remove them from your party, and then just go around the world and explore and test out the robot and get accustomed to it first. And then if you get destroyed in it or whatever happens to it, you can always exit to main menu and it will not, record anything beyond your previous save point. And that's just a kind of casual, low pressure way just to get accustomed to the robots and stuff. Because I was doing that just to get used to it, and I fought a level 40 grasshopper creature that had a crown next to its title. And my team and I got so close to defeating it, but it ultimately won. It destroyed the robot, and then it defeated my teammates, and then defeated my character. And I thought, that's like a lot to go through. My robot's destroyed, but since I had not saved it, I just went to the main menu and then came back. So hopefully that covers just a general guide to the robots and what's involved with them. I guess briefly I should go and show you the area in the administrative district and Armory Alley where you purchase the robots. And they're generally, I would say, expensive, but if you have all of the orange beacons activated, then the mining probes, or the the ones that give you money, should be activated long enough to where you have enough in-game funds in the bottom right hand corner to purchase any robots that you need. So at the time when I got my robot, because I make it a priority to activate the orange icons, I had 3 million for my funds, and that was plenty. So we'll walk over to this one on the left, shop terminal, Skell frames, and then here you can purchase them. So this is the least expensive one. The Urban ST is the one that you start with. They already have stuff on them. So you see their art weapons, armor, and the regular sidearms are over there. So I'm not going to go through all of these here. I'll let them be a surprise for when you get to that part of the game. There's additional ones down there. But as soon as these are available to you, you can look at all of them and such. So that covers that aspect of it. And let's just say that I wanted to buy one. You just purchase it like normal, and then it'll be added to your barracks. Here's the gear. You'll select the one that you have. By default, it'll be the urban one. And then you can just go in and buy whatever you would like. Where I tell you, the music in this game, it can just get to you after a while. There's only so much non-stop rock and roll soundtrack that I can take. Some of it's pretty enjoyable, but sadly this game does not have a way to adjust the voice volume independently of the sound effects and independently of the music volume. But anyway, those are the basics to the robots. I'll upload another video in the future. If there's anything else that I find out to help out with the exploration and features of this game. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you again. Bye.